All right, legends. I am here. I am actually here, so it's all good. It's all good. No, I didn't hit the start button by accident. I did a little update. Oh, about to lose a vice handle. Rolling away. I did a little update on the GoPro, hoping it'd bring my screen back, but it still hasn't, so I'm not sure how to fix that little issue. But I'm just waiting for the catch up to make sure you guys can see. Sometimes he starts like 3 live streams. Yeah, dude, that was one time, man. That was one time. How is everyone? I'm pretty sure. Let me double check and make sure I've only started one today, Mike. But I'm pretty sure it's just the one. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Yes, just the one. Just the one. Right, now, no idea what an EOFY sale is. It's end of financial year, mate. End of financial year sale is what that stands for. Settings, options. I have been through them, Stanifer. I have been through them. I can't figure out what the hell happened. I'm not sure how I changed the settings on that, but somehow they changed. So I am going to set up a TikTok live as well at the same time, just for a little bit, you know, see how many likes we can get over on TikTok. They pump TikTok full of ads now. It's absolutely ridiculous. We've got a little tripod set up here now for the phone, which will be a lot nicer than the little crappy thing I had before. So what's everyone up to? What have you guys been doing? That is way too tall, really, for what we want here. So I wonder how much these legs actually extend on this thing. You know what? That might just be perfect for to sit on the ground. We'll have a look. I think you should just call it what? EOFY sale? What the hell is a EOFY sale? Oh, like as in say it like EOFY. It's an EOFY sale. You know what? That is near on the perfect bloody height. Although it's a bit of an awkward angle. So what if we put him over there? You're still going to get the... we can give that a crack. We can give that a crack. Let's see. It's only TikTok at the end of the day, isn't it? So, live. We'll just hit go live. We'll see what happens. They can just see the camera, the GoPro camera there as well. So, we'll see what happens. Right. Ton of stuff to go through. Ton of stuff. I went a little bit crazy. Bought a bunch of upgrades for the shop. Some that I'm really, really excited about. Like silly excited about, like really little things. So, yeah. And doing some big changes around the shop as well. I don't know if you can notice behind me there, the tool wall, like above the lathe, I'm getting that set up. It's getting set up pretty quickly. And then I'm looking at my screen. You guys can just see this sort of area over here where my Pro Edge is looking a bit bare, and I'm completely changing that. I'm going to get rid of this bench here completely. I think I'm going to build some mobile carts. Fridge, no, Mike. No room for a fridge, man. No room for a fridge. So I'm going to have like a sharpening cart that I'm going to build. Already bought the casters off Amazon. Ridiculous, like, so I can't even remember now. I think it was like £600 they support, and I'm just like, I'm never going to need that much, but we'll give it a crack anyway. But yeah, so I'm going to put a mobile cart there, and then I'm looking at possibly getting a freestanding drill press to sit there was what I was thinking. But then looking at it today, I sort of had this idea that perhaps, can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can see I've got all like this slab storage over here. I might move, because I want to put some more cupboards at the top, just like I've got above the workbench over here. And because I've got to keep checking to make sure you can see, because I don't have a play screen on the GoPro, but you can see this rail up the top here. That is for the garage door. Now I don't want to cut that off, but that will heavily interfere with having cupboards at the top there. So what I'm now thinking is moving the sharpening station over there and the slabs over here. And I can just put a chain up to sort of hold, you know, make the slabs safe so they don't fall. So yeah, there's like a lot going on that I'm sort of thinking at the moment. But I need to go and get some plywood. Well, yeah, I've got a lot of projects. I've only got today and tomorrow in the shop. I've finally got my timber sorted for the Custom Creations Mallet Challenge. So I've got all my pieces. They're sitting over on the bench over there. I know what pieces of timber I'm going to be using for that. I've got 3 different species going into the mallet. So I was sort of thinking I'll film that tomorrow and hopefully get that build done. Just use some Type Bond quick and thick so it sets up real quick and I can do it in a day basically. But yeah, I'll either do that tomorrow or I'll go and source some plywood because I need some plywood to get started on this cart because I want to get those changes happening. And then once all this section's sorted, you guys can't see, but behind my miter station area, it looks like a mess. I want to get a new miter saw. I don't have the money for the one I want at the moment. It's about $1,200 brand new. But I want to upgrade to the Bosch Glide so that I can have it up against the wall. I've got a bunch of slabs over there behind the miter saw that I will bring over here if I make this slab storage. And then that'll free me up to put, well, basically I need to build a new miter station after that when I get the new saw. So that'll be the next upgrade that we go for in the shop. Let's have a look. TikTok. How are you guys over there? If you're on TikTok, say g'day. Leave a comment. Where are we at here? Bar fridge. No, Eric, how are you, man? Won't be doing a bar fridge either. Not at this point. Not at this point. And I think I'm at a point now where it's purely out of spite for Mike that I'm not putting a fridge in, because once I add another set of cabinets, I've got to clear. These are a bit too congested, these cabinets. So I've got to clear a little bit out of that. But I'm also probably going to clear a bit of space down here. So I'm definitely getting to a point where there's possibly room for a bar fridge. But I don't want to give Mike that satisfaction, basically. Not first. River Table, no, you weren't first, mate. He's only not getting a fridge to spite me now, Eric. Exactly. Exactly, Mike. I think I'm at that point now where I feel like I could have like a 300 square meter shop and I wouldn't have room for a fridge. Yeah, but yeah, so what is everyone, who we got on? What self-respecting shop doesn't have a bar fridge? Mate, I don't need a bar fridge. I got a fridge like not even 10 meters inside. I've got a fridge. And there's so many more machines that I still want to get. So why would I take up that space with a bar fridge? If I do end up moving all of these tools from under this bench here, then possibly I could fit a fridge in here, possibly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to building this cart though, right? Because I have been noticing a lot. My back gets quite sore, especially when I spend a long time in the shop, and everything is just not quite high enough for me. So I'm sort of thinking of raising most of my tools too. I'm not sure about the best and safest way to go about it, but like raising the table saw higher, the lathe higher, this bench higher. But as for that sharpening station, that cabinet, I'm going to have it sitting, that cabinet's going to be 1 meter high and then have the sharpening station on that. And I think that's going to be the perfect height for it to work. So fingers crossed. A missus that delivers only on good days, Eric, only on good days. And she's not actually here today, so that's out the window. So I will have to go and get my own beers. What about barbecue machine? Where is that going to go? Mate, I tell you what, when I get a shop the size of John Malecki, then we'll talk, right? Then I think I'll be able to fit a barbecue in there as well. But for the time being, certainly not. Certainly not. But I think more cabinets is the way to go to clear up a lot more floor space in here. I think a freestanding drill press will be good because I don't use that drill press over there because it's so shit. It really is terrible. So I'm going to get rid of that, I think. But yeah, what do we got? Check over TikTok. We've got a few people over TikTok today, which is awesome. Make sure you guys share the live stream over there, and invite some friends. Boost it up, see how many people we can get going. We've got a bunch of, I bought a bunch of stuff yesterday. Well, in the last week, I should say. So has any of you guys, TikTok, YouTube, have any of you guys got bone conduction headphones? Have you used them? Have you tried them? I bought a set and it got delivered yesterday. And I had to pry it off myself for this live because I was going to keep them on. But my head's that bloody big that they're a little bit small, which is extremely disappointing because it's like a one size fits all sort of scenario. And I don't fit that all category apparently. But has anyone tried bone conduction headphones? Because they're pretty fucking cool. All right, what do we? Oh, is that Horace113? Hey bro, what sort of stuff do you build, mate? I build anything and everything, mainly woodworking stuff. But we have done like crazy coupe builds, axe builds. What else have we done that's not woodworking? I'm building like a touchscreen TV thing over here. Tons of stuff, man. Check out the link in my bio. Go check out the YouTube channel. Well over 100 videos over there. Well over 100 projects. Can you make knives? I have made knives in the past, but I don't have the setup to make them perfectly. So I can do the handles and all that, definitely. But I don't have much metalworking gear. So, Stanifer, nope. Fraser, how are you, mate? I'm here working, listening. How's things, man? Justin, how you doing, mate? So no one's used the bone conduction headphones. They are really, really cool. They are really cool. Awesome. I'm a cabinet maker myself. Wicked, man. Wicked. I'm kicking myself. If I could go back as a kid, I would definitely want to look into a trade like cabinet maker or carpenter, just to get the skills up earlier. But yeah, so the bone conduction headphones, right? They sit around the back of your head. And the earpiece, it's not really an earpiece, but it sits here, so it doesn't cover your ear. So I can be listening to music clear as day, hear the music perfectly, and have a conversation because I haven't got something blocking my ears. And I bought them so that at work, my hearing isn't affected. I can listen to music or podcasts, or, I can replay bloody Mike's 2-hour lives, and not sit with my phone in my face, but actually still work and walk around in that. And because I've got YouTube Premium now, finally, I can just have them playing and listen to it, but it doesn't affect my hearing. So I think they're super cool. But I'm just spewing that my head's that bloody big, that they are a little bit tight. So if I move my head in certain ways, they sort of pull back a little bit over my ears. But they're really comfortable too. Like, they are the sort of thing you could definitely have on all day, easily. So that was one of the things I bought, which isn't really a shop thing at all, but I was just super excited about them. I have not tried them. I've tried the ISO tunes, the AirPods, and the AirPod Pro. Honestly, I'll stick with my AirPod Pro. Yeah, I did want to get AirPods, but I just thought these were a cool option for work. I haven't really looked into how the AirPods work. I feel like the AirPods have got like a microphone on the outside so that it doesn't block your hearing. Like, is that correct? They are good, but I got a headache from mine, unfortunately. I think mine are too small. Yeah, Justin, I'm feeling that's the same. Mine are a little bit too small. But we'll see. I'm only on day 2, but I wore them all day yesterday and quite enjoyed them. It was wicked. And they take phone calls awesomely as well, which is a really different experience because you can hear a conversation clear as day while you're on, like an external conversation while you're on the phone as well. So it's really cool. Really, really cool. But so that was, so that rocked up. Then I also bought a new tripod, right? So currently, the tripod that I put my camera on, that I do all my YouTube videos on, I think I got that in about 2009, back when I did magic. And I filmed all my magic and that with that tripod. And it is busted ass. Like, it still works fine, but bits are broken on it, it's rough, and I've made it work this whole time. And I found this brand of tripod that was a bit hit and miss with the reviews, but it looked awesome. And one massive, well, there's like 3 features on it that I absolutely love. But one of the biggest features is this seat that I sit on when I do these lives, right? When I do my intros for my YouTube videos, I put my camera on my tripod at full extension, and then I have to put it onto this chair so that it gets the height, because like I'm 6'4", 6'5", but so that it gets the height to get that slight downward shot. This tripod that I bought, right, goes up, opens up, full extension to a whopping 2.4 meters, which, give me a second, 2.4 meters is 7.8, so like 8 foot full extension this tripod is, which is the biggest I've come across, absolute biggest I've come across. And I opened it up yesterday inside and it nearly touched the roof in my house. Like, it was sick. But it's got some awesome other features. So it's also got a boom extension. So the center pole can fold out to the side and give you full boom extension. So for direct downward shots, I think stuff like that is going to be wicked for table saw shots. But the main center pole also reverses. So you can take it out, put it under, so like between the legs of the tripod, and have your camera underneath, which again is going to open up a bunch of new angles for me to shoot, especially around the table saw, around work on the bench, stuff like that, hand tool work. I'm going to be able to get a lot closer in a lot better way, right? And I've also got my camera out here so we can set it up. But I bought this mount that lives on the bottom of my camera permanently a while ago, right? So if that was for my normal tripod so that I could, you know, get the downward shots. And when you have it on a certain angle, you can twist the camera and you can get some really cool sort of angles on that. And this thing's cool. Like, it gives you a hell of a lot, it gives you more height for the camera and it gives you a lot more angles, sort of a lot easier. And as long as, like, I've got to tighten these up every now and again, but they're pretty solid. Like, they hold the camera fairly well, right? So that was a massive upgrade for me when I got it. But having that on top of the practicality and the features of this new tripod is just going to be next level, I think. So I'm definitely going to keep that on. But I'm almost at a point where I don't know whether I'm going to need this on or not. So that's something I'm only going to figure out as we make more videos and use the tripod more. And I haven't used it at all yet, but just opening it up and feeling it, like, the quality seems pretty good considering the price. And that was a massive point for me. I didn't want to go and spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a tripod. Some of them are thousands of dollars. It's mental. And I've never owned like a Manfrotto or anything like that, the really expensive ones. But this, to me, the quality seems good. Like, I'm happy. I paid $180 delivered for this. So I'm really happy with it, especially for that price. It's just wicked. So we're going to open that up. Let me read. Not tried them. They are good, but I read that. Yeah, the AirPod Pro have a microphone, and when in transparent mode, they are clear as day. When in noise cancellation mode, they're just phenomenal when I turn them off. When I turn with them. Yeah, wicked, man. And that's one thing I probably won't use the bone conduction in the shop. I don't think at all. Because I've got like, I don't know is it Bose or something, that I've got big over-ear ones that have awesome noise cancellation on them. You would have seen them probably in a few of my YouTube videos. And that's what I use in the shop because it just about drowns everything out. Like, I can just slightly hear my dust extractor. But like my old compressor that absolutely screamed, I barely hear that when it turned on. They're really good. So the bone conduction will be no good for in the shop, really. Because they won't block any noise out. But I was just really excited about getting them. Kyla, how you doing? How are you, mate? So yeah, let's, I don't know, what do you guys want? Should we just, I'll tell you what I bought and then we'll have a look at it? Or do you want me to tell you everything and then we'll go back and have a look at everything? What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments what you'd prefer to go through. I've got a couple tools that I bought. If you're interested, we can do some more work on that, on the touchscreen TV today. I've got a little chest mount for the GoPro now, so I could strap that on and I've got to put, the client brought some fans around, some little computer fans, so I've got to mount those in the bottom to allow some airflow. Also got to put some feet and that on it, so I mean, we could do a little bit of work on that, providing the GoPro holds up. I've got the GoPro plugged in at the moment. It's already warm. So I don't know how long we will get when it becomes unplugged. Oh no, kid's got COVID. That's no good, mate. That's no good. Recycled Wooden Things. How are you, mate? Wish me luck. Yes, good luck. That's no good. I think my little exemption from COVID, from rat testing anyway, is up in July. So I'm gonna be hunting for COVID again, because at work you got to rat test every day. Once you have COVID, you've got 12-week grace period where you don't have to rat test because you can give a false positive apparently. But for me, that expires very, very soon. So yeah, what do you want to do? Shall we go through some more stuff? Or do you want me to open up this tripod and we can have a crack at the tripod and then move through some more stuff? I got a bunch of stuff that I want to do today as well. I don't think I'm going to have enough time, in all honesty. I do not think I'm going to have enough time. But yeah, no, I'm thinking tomorrow we'll get started on the mallet. Now that I've got the wood, that was one of the main things holding me back. I sort of had a rough idea of what I wanted to do. But funnily enough, I don't know if you guys saw, I did a post a little while back that I painted some doors with chalkboard paint. And as you can see over there, the workshop door was one of them. And you can just make out like some chalk over there. So that's like my planning board now. So I planned up my design for the Custom Creations mallet. I've picked the timber out, got that done this morning. Pretty happy with it. I am going to need to do some resin in there. It's not going to be massive. It's literally because of the wood I'm using has a few voids and that in it. So I want to fill those in. Oh, actually, I'm probably going to have to pour that resin tonight. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to pour that resin tonight if I want to get that timber started tomorrow. Right. Trying to keep boy away from his sister. So much fun. Yes. Yeah, I remember when, I'm pretty sure Dex had COVID when I did, and it was difficult to keep the kids apart. Really difficult. All right, so let's open up this beast and I'll show you this. I don't even think I can't get it to full extension in the workshop because the roof in here is so damn low. So, but it comes like, check this. So that's a quality bag, got a shoulder strap. It's a heavy duty canvas bag. Like, I'm actually quite impressed with the quality so far in this overall. Like, it's really, really good. And this is it folded up. So this, like, what are we here? I'm going to ballpark that about 600 to 700 mil, I reckon that is. And it opens to 2.4 meters. It's mental. The only thing that I would change, and I haven't used it yet, so like I'm not used to it, but so far, the only thing I would change is the locking system. So it's like a twist to lock system, whereas you get, like on my other tripod, I don't know what you call it, but it's like the clips that you sort of just release and then lock in. It's a lot easier than the twist system. But again, the amount of features that this has got, I'll make do with that, no problem at all. So these twist all the way around and they've got locking points on the legs there. So we go around like that and all the legs lock in. You can release that and change the angles of the legs as you would expect. You've got a hook under here if you want to stabilize it when it is at full extension at the 2 meters. So that's pretty handy as well. One other cool feature is that you've got one leg here that's detachable, right? And becomes a monopod. So you can attach your camera straight to the top of this. Let's see if I can stand this up. Obviously extend your legs out, right? And you've got a monopod there, but it's also one of the largest monopods on the market because it's a 2.4 meter tripod. So you're not gonna find a monopod bigger than this either. So that's, you know, yeah, for me, that's not a big deal. That's just a little added feature. I can't think when I ever would really use a monopod, but if you're out, like people use them a lot for hiking and that sort of stuff just to stabilize the camera. So anyway, we stick that leg back on there. I think we'll open up one of these leg sets just to get a bit of height so you guys can see. Right, so that's just the first lot of legs opened up. you've got the extension here, right? And then it's loosened that. And then this is the boom arm I'm talking about. So your camera mounts on the top here. You'll get used to the twist. I find them easy to adjust quickly without collapsing. Awesome, man, awesome. So that boom arm comes out and then slides through here. So you can have a straight down shot, but you've also got a ball joint connection on the top. So you can have your camera, you can set it at any angle. Fully rotational, 360-degree rotation on the top. Lock that back in, right? You can go out fully, absolutely in like that there. You can see, for doing shots over the table saw and stuff, that's going to be wicked. Really, really wicked. Then, on top of that, if you undo the hook on the bottom and take that off, there's a little rubber grommet on there that acts as like a bit of a bumper. But if you take that off, it does take, I did notice this last night, it takes, it's quite a long thread. It takes a bit to screw this off. This is where like the beauty of Hollywood kicks in, and I normally fast forward this sort of stuff in my videos, eh? Well, lost it. All right. So we take, as you can see, like there's quite a bit of thread there. You take that off, loosen this one up. That comes completely out. You can reverse that, lock in this here so it doesn't slide. But you can reverse that, feed it up through the bottom, lock it down, and then your camera is mounted under here. Which, I don't know, if you guys who don't shoot videos, you might not see the benefit of this, but this for me is absolutely insane, especially when you couple the just the functionality of the legs on this tripod, because if you want, you can extend these to full lock like this in that position, right? You've basically got zero clearance on this tripod. You can have your camera, and this comes in handy if you're shooting like, you know, in rivers and lakes and stuff like that, and you want to get a shot. Oh, just got to get the stuff out of the way. That's all locked in. I don't quite have enough space for the leg span on it, but oh, there we go. Let's turn you guys a bit so you can see there, hopefully. But if your camera is mounted, let's actually do this, and then you can visualize it with me. We can see how it looks. Lock that down. And I don't think I have enough clearance with my mic on. I haven't played with this yet, so I'm literally, this is my first time experiencing it. So there could be some hiccups, but look at that, there we go. You can level that up however you like. That there, and this is sort of one of the main reasons I got this particular model, right? So if we do that there, you think about having this on the opposite side, I can mount that and have the blade right here. I can get that close to the cuts now. Like, this is gonna open up a whole new angle for me. The guys on TikTok can't see the views blocked, but that's just awesome. That opens up massive options for me. So I will have to, I'm assuming I'll have to flip the footage in post, but yeah, that's gonna be wicked. And you can also obviously do the boom extension under as well. So you end up with a situation like that. I can extend out over the table saw blade, you know, and have a direct shot straight down over the blade. Just these angles that just weren't achievable before. So I'm really stoked with this thing. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. It's going to be allow me to up the content a bit, which I'm really stoked for. So yeah, like way more excited than I probably should be about a tripod. But for the money I paid for this, the features are just insane, like absolutely insane. Like to get that angle, just that angle there, is not achievable on my other tripod. It's just not going to happen. So I don't know, Mike. What do you use? Do you use a tripod to mount up? You use your phone to shoot. So, Chili, how are ya? How you doing, man? I don't know. Am I too excited about this tripod, guys? Am I too excited? Tell me what you think. That's got to be full extension. I've just got to learn how to fold it up nicely as well. So tighten that back down. Chili, what have I missed? Mate, you have missed me running through. I've run through the tripod so far. That's all we've really covered. We covered a bit of shop modification that's going to be happening. A few changes. Mike, I missed how much it cost. It was 180 Australian dollars, man, delivered. 180, which I think is like, it's fuck all. Really. It's not much at all. So, but yeah. How do those actually work? Right. Yeah, right. Okay. So 180 bucks, which for a tripod, really not much. I don't think anyway. Considering like some that I was looking at, I saw for like $1,200, which is just insane. Absolutely insane. But there's these little features, like, so yeah, pack up, you've got to make sure, just got to make sure all these pins sort of align nicely. There we go. And I mean, I won't be packing it up like this every time either. So that's a major thing that I'll probably take into consideration is, yeah, it's going to stay set up, basically. Once I start using it, it'll live set up in the shop. So, increased your production game again. Yes, I did. I love increasing my production game, Kyla. I've got it set in my head that to be successful on YouTube, I need to have the best production quality that I can. So, because nothing else is working for me at the moment. I've just got the production quality. I need to make a good movie every time I do a shoot. So, that's my aim anyway. And I love it. Like, I love the video editing. Like, the same amount, if not more, than the making. I really enjoy the video editing. And filming it and being creative like that, getting all the different angles and that, like, I really enjoy that sort of stuff. That's a rad tripod and an awesome price. I don't have room for that much camera footprint, hence the GorillaPods. Yeah, but I mean, look at, excuse the mess, because it's pretty messy over there, but you can see that's my old tripod there. You can actually close the legs quite narrow and still have good balance on them. And I assume it's going to be fairly similar on this. Like, if you have a full extension, then it takes up obviously a hell of a lot of room, but you can get away with them not like quite narrow and still have good balance. Like my lathe, you can see what sort of space I've got there behind my lathe. It's not much. It's maybe 300 mil from the lathe to the wall, and I still managed to put a tripod in there and have it standing up for those shots sort of behind the lathe, you know? So, but whatever works for you, man. GorillaPods work for you. That's awesome. I bought a rip-off GorillaPod once, and I had no joy with it. So I've never gone down that path again. Ooh, better not forget the hook, eh? So that's, yeah, you hang like sandbags or something from the bottom of it to stabilize it. I think in like winds and stuff like that. Make sure it doesn't topple over. But, right, so, was it a live? I think in one of the lives we touched on how my vise just completely snapped in the casting. Someone told me, I don't know what, I'm pretty sure it was a live, someone said take it back to Carbatec, have it covered by warranty. Whoever said that, thank you, because I wouldn't have even thought to do that because it was old. But I took it back to Carbatec and they didn't even question it. They just instantly replaced it, which is awesome. So I've got brand new vise here. That's the old handle. So you've got to buy the handle separately. Funnily enough, these vices don't come with handle. Well, you don't have to buy it. You can make one. But I just bought the Veritas one. It was just easier. Yeah, rip off GorillaPod suck. Got to buy Joby. Yeah. So I just never went back to that style again after that. But yeah, so brand new vice that I've got to mount, and I think I'm probably gonna play around with it a little bit. I wasn't 100% happy with how the last version was set up anyway. So I'm gonna have a bit of a play with that. Try and sort something out. Oh, Scott, you also missed that I got my timber picked out for the Custom Creations Mallet Challenge, mate. So I'm going to hopefully have a crack at that tomorrow. But now, with the fact that I got the silence compressor, I've decided to venture a little bit into air tools, just into sort of like the entry level stuff. See what it's like. See if I like it or not. So I came across a sale yesterday, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I have got the Bosch GET 75150, which I believe in America is the 75-6, I think. So 6-inch, 150 mil. Absolutely awesome bit of kit, but it's very heavy. It is a heavy sander. Like it's got turbo mode, you've got to hang on to it in turbo mode, and it's got a lot of heft to it. So when I just want to do light sanding or I want to round corners and that sort of thing, it does the job, and I've worked with it, but it's not ideal. I have still got my Ryobi sander that I was using before that, but to be honest, I haven't even turned that thing on since I got the Bosch. Like, I just can't bring myself to downgrade like that. So what I did was buy 150 mil air sander. Obviously, there's nothing to it because there's like no motor in it, and so my theory was that it's going to be super lightweight, 150 mil, so I can use the same pads I use on the Bosch machine. And yeah, I haven't used it yet, so hey, hope you're having a good night. Thanks, Jasmine, appreciate that, mate. But I haven't used it yet, obviously. Only picked it up yesterday. So it looks like you've got like a dust bag, some oil in there, an air fitting, and like a specific wrench for it. And here we go. Right, so that is really light. You can have a look there. The setup is very similar to, I don't even know, the yellow ones. The expensive yellow ones. I don't know what the brand is. But so they had this one, which is just the air sander, and then they had an air sander pro. But I looked at this, and this looked way more random orbit, like off center, whereas the pro didn't. So I wasn't really sure what the go was there, but I decided to go with the base model anyway. Keen to find out how you like it. I've been thinking about air sander. Merca, yeah, Merca. Thanks, guys. That was yes. It's too expensive for me to even know what it's called, but yes, Merca is what I was referring to. So very similar sort of design, very lightweight, especially compared to the Bosch. Like, there is going to be no problem handling that with one hand. And I believe that this is your on-off here. So your palm just naturally sits on top there, and you've got speed control here, which I assume is just going to limit the airflow in and out from the compressor. But so yeah, it's variable speed, and comes with a dust hose as well, which I don't know how effective that's going to be. But dust hose on, I will come up with a very dodgy way to fit that to my Festool vac, definitely. And that's it. Like, there is nothing to that at all. So I'm really looking forward to trying that out. So I picked this up from, oh Jesus, that's actually quite difficult to get that off. So that'll be a good connection, because I find that a bit with the Bosch, is I can lose the Festool hose off it while I'm, if I get a bit too carried away bloody moving around with the sander and whatnot, I can lose the hose, but that feels like that ain't coming off. Yeah, so I picked that up yesterday for cheap, man. It was like $57. So I was just like, at that price, I just want to have a crack at it and see how it goes. See if it works well. Nah, we don't need to keep that. That's all good. So yeah, it's Black Ridge is the brand, which I don't know. I've never really heard of. I didn't really research them beforehand. I was going to buy one from Sydney Tools that I was sort of looking at. This one come up a bit cheaper and pretty much looked like the same thing, just a different label on it. So figured I'd give it a go. Trust me, I've actually been using my Merca more than Festool. My Bosch is now retired. 90mm Festool, semi-retired. Merca is the one. Yes, but they're so expensive. They're like even more expensive than bloody Festools, aren't they? You spend a lot of money on sanders, bro. Considering I did like, what, the first 2 years of this channel with like a $90 Ryobi sander for everything. Oh, we left all that gear out. I can't throw that away. We need that stuff. So yes, along the trail of air tools, I also got my first nail gun. So again, Black Ridge was on special. Just a little brad nailer. I've got some projects in the house that I want to do, like some feature wall kind of stuff that I think brad nails will just be great to hold shit in place while the glue dries. So yeah, just got a little, I think it's up to 50mm nails. So I just got a range of different nails. What do we get here? Like some 25mm, some 30mm and some 50mm nails. And again, this was quite cheap as well. I was quite surprised that it came with these dodgy ass eye protection as well, which I will never use ever. But yeah, some Allen keys in there, some oil again. So I'm guessing all of these air tools, you need to oil the tool. I don't know. I've never had a nail gun either, but it came with what I assume is some 50mm nails that I just bloody snapped them. And then yeah, a little brad nailer. No idea how to use it. I've never used a nail gun in my life before, ever. So it'll be interesting. I assume the nails go in there, and then you just start shooting them. This won't be getting pulled out while I'm drunk, because silly shit can happen then. So, but yeah, I'm also looking forward to that for the cabinet build here, to like glue everything up and just nail it, hold it in place and not have to worry about clamping it and that sort of stuff. So I've been wanting a nail gun for a very, very long time. I was going to look at, I believe they're like pneumatic ones, are they? The battery powered ones, like airless. That's what I was going to go with, because I just thought practicality, running it through the house and that sort of thing made a lot more sense to me. My only downfall with this setup I've got here is my hose is mounted to the wall. So and it's only 20 meters, so I feel like it'll just reach the lounge room. But if I need it any further, I'm probably going to have to attach a second hose to it to run through the house, which I don't have a second hose, so I'm going to have to buy that. But again, this was on sale, so for the price, I thought, you know what? I've been saying for well over 12 months that I want to get a nail gun. I need one. And well, it's not necessarily that I need one, but there's always that project where you're like, damn, I wish I had a nail gun right now. Like, just done, no need to clamp it, holds everything in place. So I got that, which I am excited to use. And as I said, Chili missed it. I'm not sure if everyone else was here or not, but when I build that rolling sharpening station thing that's going to go behind me, that's going to come in handy. And I'm going to do a feature wall in the lounge room. That's going to come in handy. So yeah, there's a bit specific to that I am going to need. True, and you still get a better finish than me. Oh, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I think old Infinity Wood Oz is doing a bit better than J&D Creations when you can buy a Festool, a Bosch, and a Merca sander, man. That right there says it all. I'm still on my first DeWalt sander. I think it was about $95 and it's going into year 5 at least with one $30 pad replacement. That's awesome, man. That's really good. And that's what I found with the Ryobi one. It did the job well. I went through 3 of them, but it's Ryobi bought from Bunnings. So you take it back and you just, like, it's dead and pretty much no questions asked. They give you a new one. So I did go through 3 of them, but they're not trade tools either. And I was using them, you know, for that first year that I started J&D Creations. Well, not when I started 2018, but for the whole of 2019, I was doing a video a week that whole year. So that sander got absolutely flogged, and I used it as if it had a power mode when it didn't. So that was a big reason for me to upgrade, was for something with a power mode, because I didn't have a drum sander to remove overcasting with the resin. So that was a big factor for the upgrade. Yeah, you'll make a target and shoot it, mate. Yes, so, but no, so they're the 2 tools. I'm trying to think, I've had a lot of deliveries. I had my casters rock up, so I bought 2 sets of that, because after I build the sharpening station behind me, I then want to do some sort of flip top type cart for my thicknesser and jointer. So I want to take the jointer out from under the lathe, because then I'm also thinking of getting rid of the lathe stand. Again, this is in the spirit of raising all my tools up a bit higher to make it a bit more comfortable in here for me. Getting rid of the stand and building a cabinet underneath that at the right height, putting the lathe on top. Give me more storage in there that I can then put like turning blanks, I was thinking. Turning blanks, possibly chisels. I mean, at the moment, I'm half toying with the idea of the sharpening stand also having one side as a chisel holder. But yeah, then just having, you know, all of my lathe related stuff in that cupboard, possibly a bit more stuff as well. But I reckon that may come before the flip top cart. But the problem is the jointer lives under the lathe at the moment. So I want to get that jointer out, have it in a flip top cart with the thicknesser, so they're both taking up like the same sort of ground, like floor space. And then yeah, go from there. Ben, how are you, dude? How you doing? You've also got 2 new axes. Yes, I do have 2 new axes. Who here's actually watched the Valhalla axe video? Who watched it? I would like to know if you've seen it or not. So yeah, big upgrades. This actually I thought of that. I haven't done any plans up for that, but yeah, building the cabinet. I want to lift the lathe bed up to about here, I reckon. So about 200, 250 mil up, I think, will be a lot more comfortable for me. And then it's all about the storage as well, because I really am hating like my miter station, how it's all open. It was never meant to be open. It was meant to be closed off, but the theory I had didn't really work. And it was built from all recycled timber, so I sort of had to work with what I had there. But yeah, I really want just like the cupboards to keep it looking a bit nicer in here. Stanify, I did. Ben, it was a good video. You know damn well I did. I watched it. Yeah, well, Mike, I would hope you watched it, because Spider-Man kicked your ass in it, man. But yeah, so good. You guys have seen it. So yeah, I've got, as Stu said, I've got the 2 new axes mounted up above the entry door to my house, which I absolutely love them. Like I'm not going to sell one. I was going to sell one to try and cover the cost of buying the axe heads, so that I could reinvest that Patreon money into another project. But they just work so well together, and I mounted them up. I don't even know. I was stuck on how I was going to mount them for ages, literally ages. That's been a build I've wanted to do for a long time, and I just didn't know how I was going to mount them. And I ended up screwing, so putting like the drywall fitting type things in the wall, like the plugs, and then putting these massive long screws in, so the screw still hung out probably a good 50 mil. And then I got little bits of those pieces of pine, and I center drilled a hole in the back of them, put nice little chamfer on the edge, just winged the chamfer on the sander, burnt them, put a massive chunk of CA glue into the center drilled hole, and then put them on the screw. And I cannot believe how strong it is, and just how perfect it looks. It looks like they're mounted straight in the wall. It came up perfectly. Oh, Angus, you're going to have to check it out, man. Go check it out and let me know what you think. I'm back and driving. What have I missed from... Oh, Chili, you're missing everything, bro. You're missing everything. I've got my timber sorted for the mallet challenge, so I need to get started on that. Hopefully tomorrow, if I can swing it. I've got to include a little bit of resin in it because of the timber I'm using. So if I can get that poured tonight, I don't think I'll include that in the video because I've done so many resin pours. So I don't know if I'll film that part, but maybe I'll just start the video with a filled blank. But yeah, so I'm going to kick that off. I think you missed that, man. Well, sure, because you used a still photo of me, so I couldn't fight back. Next time I'll ask you to go for a photo shoot, mate, and send me some new ones. Yeah, they do look awesome together, and that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep both of them. Mounted them up there. I'm just gonna keep both of them because they look wicked. They achieve exactly what I wanted in that space. It was a bit of an awkward space. Like, I think if I built the house, I would have just put bigger front doors on because it was, I think from memory it was about 400 mil high and it was quite wide. But yeah, I think I would have just gone for bigger doors. So I was gonna put some photos up there, and then I was just like, nah. Axes. That's what I want to put up there. Have weapons hanging around everywhere. Yes, so back to upgrades. So we've got that, the nail gun. Now, I got a package yesterday from Hairy Man Care. So I was going to open that up with you guys because there's one of the brand new scents in there that I haven't tried. And I'm in talks with him at the moment. We're going to try and do up some sort of giveaway for you guys here on the live streams. So hopefully we'll tee that up. Let me know if you guys are interested in a beard care giveaway from Hairy Man Care. But so I got this package yesterday. It's got my favorites in it. And look at this. Every single package he sends out is like, you know, this is the handmade. This is how you know that, like, it's a family run business, and there's like handmade thought goes into it. Every box I receive has got a note written on it, right? And every order that I see posted is the same sort of deal. But I got, what did we get this time? We got the butter, Odin's Potion, of course. Odin's Potion butter. We got the Odin's Potion oil, which is, it's my favorite, definitely. Odin's Potion oil. And then we got one of 3 brand new scents, and this one is Flame. So a little 10 ml bottle, you can get the 10 ml. I think they actually do like a kit so you can try all the different scents in these little 10 ml bottles. Actually, before I forget, we've got a few of you guys on, and I want you to hang around. After we finish talking about this stuff, I got something really big new. Well, it's really big news for me, for my channel. It's huge. And I want to get your opinion on it. So, but anyway, back to this. So this is Flame, this one. It doesn't give me a description of it. Oh, wow. Wow, that's almost like an aftershave. That is very, very nice. I actually really like that. Comparing that to Odin's Potion, like, this is my all-time favorite. Oh yeah, nah. I can't say it beats Odin's Potion for me. I can't, but that is the closest. Oh, spilt some Odin's Potion. Can't let this stuff go to waste, man. It's too good. It's too good. That is the closest of any of the scents that I've smelt from Hairy Man Care that I would buy that instead of Odin's Potion. I would buy that as like a, you know, mixing it up a bit, definitely. I quite like that. So who would be interested if we can tee up a bit of a giveaway? I'm looking at doing a project where I'm actually going to use this oil because it's completely food safe, natural oils. So I was going to turn a piece and finish it with the oil, and then do a bit of a giveaway as well in combination with Hairy Man. So would you guys be interested in that? You also get Hairy Man card in every package as well. Really wicked stuff. He's just opened. If you're in Perth, if any of you, I don't know if any of you guys are in Perth, but if any of you guys are in Perth, he's just opened an actual store. I haven't had a chance to get down there yet, but I really, really do need to get down there and shoot some content about going down there as well. But Facebook, Instagram, check him out. This stuff is top quality. I do need some more wax though. Maybe I will go for a trip down there, maybe on Wednesday, and buy some more wax. They are out of reach of kids. That works. Is that the axes, Kyla? Yes, they are. They're up nice and high. Nat was worried about them falling for a little bit, but I'm quite confident that they're nice and solid up there. We should start doing Nemesis cameos in each other's videos to stoke the online rivalry. Yeah, man, definitely. Have you got a green screen? If you could set up a green screen in your shop, then definitely I am down for that. I got some salted caramel and vanilla bourbon oil and wax last week. Wicked, Eric. That sounds good, man. You didn't forget the code, did you? I don't, just so you know too, man, I don't get a kickback from that code either. So that code is purely a benefit for you guys. So don't forget to use it. Gets you 15% off actually, I think it is. I'm terrible remembering the percentages, but I think it might be 15% off. So make sure you use that code. I don't get any kickback from it. It's purely to help you guys out. Not that, I mean, when it comes to beard products, they're fairly standardized price-wise. Your quality definitely changes. And this stuff is, I really, really like this stuff. So I think the only other brand I would try is if Custom Creations decides to start making some beard oils. I would definitely give them a crack. All I can see is a black screen. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on there, man. Has everyone else got camera feed? I am going to can this TikTok because I'm still live over there, but we had a good viewing there for a little bit, but everyone seems to have gone now, so I will can that. And now, have a quick look at the stats. It gives you a nice run of stats. So 323 viewers we had there, which is wicked. That's why I throw one of those up each time we go around. So that's good. 15, so 15% off. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Eric. So 15% off, guys. J&D 15, I'm pretty sure is the code. So if you got a beard, well worth it. I don't remember what percentage discount my code is for Starbond either. Is your discount code for Starbond worldwide, Mike? Like, could I order from Starbond and use that and have them ship it here? I finally got my dust extractor set up. Going to cut it into the saw shroud today. Can't wait. I will grab some oils too. We have video. Oh, awesome, man. That's wicked. Oh, yeah, Ben. Yeah, we were talking about the Dusty. Hey, that's wicked, man. I'm glad you got it all sorted. That's awesome. Yeah, highly recommend the oils, man. Highly recommend them. Don't forget to use the code. Get some cash off for yourself as well. That's not a bad idea. Jack's Custom Creations beard products. Yeah, I brought that up with him years ago. I actually said me and him should go into it together because he's obviously like the brains behind it that could make it, and I could just tell him what I wanted. But I have suggested that. I can see you all good. Awesome. How are you? Sorry I'm late. Oh, good, man. No stress. We're pretty good. Pretty good. Just been going through I've gone a bit crazy the last week and bought a lot of stuff, a lot of upgrades. So just been going through them. I'm still looking at a black screen. I can hear you though. I don't know, Steelwood. Maybe like close your browser, man, and come back to it. Possibly might help. I've still got I'm in the analytics now and it says I've got an excellent connection. So it should be working all good. It should be. But But yeah, no, we've just been going through all of the upgrades that, all the plans that I've got going for the shop at the moment. There's a lot of work to do. Have I got anything? No, I think I brought everything out. Also, the other thing I brought was a socket set, like a full, nice, a deep socket set. Because I've got like a shitty one that I've had again for like 10 years and the ratchets are broken and I've been struggling with it for years saying I need to buy a set, I need to buy a set. So again, I saw a set that was like nearly 50% off yesterday. I think it's like a 70-piece set. You can definitely get a lot bigger sets, but it'll do me, I reckon. So I was quite happy and grabbed that. So yeah, it was just it was a productive day. I've still got to get rid of that bloody, there's the compressor sitting right behind you guys, the old one. I've still got to get rid of that damn thing. Haven't got to that yet. What else did we get? Yeah, so I had the customer drop around for this TV. We've got the fans to put in there. I'm not quite sure how I'm even going to do it yet. Shipping can be a deal breaker. Yeah, shipping's super expensive, eh? I'm not quite sure how I'm going to put these fans in yet because there's no real mounting points on them. What I'm sort of thinking is I'm going to drill a big round hole that fits the sort of vent and then there's a square shape behind. So I'm going to cut like a square mortise in and have it sort of recessed in the back. So I don't know. I mean, we can kick that off. I can strap the GoPro onto my chest if you want and we can kick off with that. I won't be able to have it plugged in though, so it's sort of just going to be luck of the draw. You'll see as much as you see until the GoPro dies. Make something out of the cylinder for the air compressor. Yeah, but it still functions good. So I don't know, I was probably just going to give it to my dad, I reckon. But it still functions good. So if it was broken, then definitely I'd be keen to do that. But the other thing, I've been toying with the idea. I'm not quite sure how to execute. You guys haven't really got a shot. So if I turn that, I'll just turn this, pull around and have a look at the back. So the other thing I've been toying with is this Dusty takes up a hell of a lot of floor space. So I'm pretty sure it was Dana Made's video, one of his videos, that I noticed his dust extractor is actually mounted up on the wall. Oh, I think I hear the car. I think the family's home. So what I'm sort of toying with the idea of is how I can take this and stick it up on the wall and clear out a bit of space here as well. So if anyone's got any suggestions, recommendations for that, let me know. I'll leave the camera on it to give you some time to think. Put it up here somewhere. I'm just gonna go grab a beer and I'll be back. Get thinking, how do we put it up there on the wall? I need some ideas, guys. All right, what did you come up with? What ideas? How do I get that dust extractor up on the wall? I guess if you bought enough glue, the discount might be enough to cover shit. Ah, right. Yeah, that's gonna, because I can buy it, I can get it from a distributor here, but it's bloody expensive, man. Like, I reckon I've spent, like, this year, I reckon I've spent about $200 on Starbond glue, which is a lot to spend on super glue when I can buy so much of it from Bunnings for like $2. So expensive. Angus, thoughts on Timbercon's range of Sherwood lathes? To be honest, man, I haven't looked into their range too much. There is one particular one that I think is relatively good value. I reached out to them to see if they want to sponsor a series that I am doing, that I'm planning. I'm nowhere near doing it yet because I need it to be heavily sponsored, because I just don't have the cash to get it off the ground. But I didn't hear back from them about it, so I don't think they're interested in working together. But I definitely enjoy their store. Like, I've been down to their store. Their store's quite a way away from me though, but I've been down there a couple of times, and what they have over Carbatec, I think, is they've got a range of just little, like, minute detail things. So what I mean by that is, like, hinges. They don't just have like square butt hinges. They've got a range of little hinges, and you can buy your Z clamp, like your table clamp clips, Z clips, your figure 8 clips from them. You can buy flocking. They've just got all of this little detail stuff that Carbatec just doesn't sell. So I really like that aspect about them. But when it comes to the power tools, I've always gone through Carbatec. I haven't really looked into their range a great deal. Ben, just mocking something up in Photoshop. Is that for the Dusty, man? Oh, that's awesome. You could use your Harry Potter wand and wizard it up there. I wish it was that easy, Justin. I wish it was that easy. I brought my camera for YouTube, found a computer for editing, planning videos to do. Oh, awesome, man. That's wicked. That is wicked. What camera did you get? That was one of the hardest decisions I think I made in regards to J&D Creations, was how long it took me to decide on that camera. It was a ridiculous amount of time I spent on that. So, but no, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I can smell that flame oil. Man, that's really nice, eh? Really nice. I can't remember. Let's have a quick look at the website and I'll tell you guys what the 3 new scents are. But this flame one is awesome. It smells like a nice cologne. Like, that is really, really nice. Really nice. There are so many of these scents I haven't tried too, that I need to... Like, they do 8 different shampoo scents, which is just awesome. Like, the variety is crazy. They do like body scrubs and everything, man. It's just, it is crazy. Body washes. So there's the flame oil. What were the other 2 new ones? Fruity Fresh. I don't know if that was a new one. I'm not sure. Availability. Price. So they've got Fruity Fresh and Gentleman. Were they older scents though? So you got you get a 5 oil mini pack that you can try. Hunter. Islander. Cappuccino, I think, was an old one. Lumberjack I've got. Millionaire. Millionaire was one of the new ones. Oh, there we go. It says new there. So Millionaire was one of the new ones. I haven't tried it though. Moisturizing shaving cream. Men's skincare kit. Man, this website has so much stuff on it, eh? So much stuff. Old School Barber. I think that might have been the other new one. Old School Barber as well. But there's so many different scents. Seriously, check that. I reckon Wednesday I'm gonna hit him up after we're finished here. I'm gonna send him a message and see if he's gonna be in there Wednesday in store, and go down and check out all of that stuff. I ended up buying a Nikon Z50. Also have the D5300. Yeah, nice, man. Nice. Are you gonna use both of them for production? Because that would be wicked. The hardest thing for me, well, not hardest thing, but you guys, again, you wouldn't know this watching my videos, but so the axe video, for instance, I put out when I was doing the stitching, and I hit the hammer onto the stitching, the hole punch, and as I hit, the camera angle changed, right? I only shoot with one camera. And I do those sort of transitions a lot because in my videos, I really like them because they're smooth. You almost don't even realize that the transition has been made to a different camera angle because it's the same action. So you'll notice when I do my pressure pot, for example, I'll unscrew the lid and I'll take the lid off, but from me picking the lid up and putting the lid down, the scene changes. And it's just smooth because it's halfway through that action that it changes. But in order for me to execute that, I have to do it twice because I've only got one camera. So for the first shot, I unscrew the lid, take it off, put it down. I've then got to put the lid back on, screw it back on, change the camera angle and film the whole thing from the start. And the reason I've got to film the whole thing again from the start is because when I take it into edit, I don't know exactly where I'm going to cut it from. So I basically need the exact same clip shot from two different angles, but on the same camera. So, excuse me. So that adds time. Whereas if you've got two cameras, you can just have them set up and just go. And then in post, you can just grab the clips you need. So this is where you have that old-time debate of money versus time. So how much money are you willing to spend to save you time? And you got to work out that value there. So right now, it's not worth it for me to buy another camera to save that bit of time, especially when I need to buy a $1,200 bloody crosscut fucking miter saw, whatever. What do you actually call them in Australia? Are they miter saws? Because I feel like miter saw is an American. It's not a crosscut saw. I don't know. What are they called? Are they actually called miter saws? Maybe they are called miter saws here. So yeah, we're going to tee up a giveaway, definitely. That is really nice. I'm stoked with that pack. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Right. Do we keep chatting for a little bit, or do you guys want me to do some work on the TV box, or what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Are you done? Do you want to call it a day and we'll do this again in another fortnight? I plan on using both to start with. I've also got a GoPro for wide angle. Yeah, I've got two GoPros. The issue I find with the GoPro, I did start using them for a bit, and then the color grading, the color quality is so different between GoPro and Sony that when you're editing, it just looked too different for my liking. So I haven't used it as much. I tend to, at the moment, use the GoPro wholly for these lives. Again, I've got a series that I've been planning for what feels like forever. I've already got t-shirts made and everything for this series. So like it's definitely in the depths of being planned, but the GoPro will come in handy for that definitely too. But I just don't particularly like using them in the shop because it's just totally different quality. Compound beveling miter saw in New South Wales. Bloody hell. That's a mouthful, isn't it? I think they're called miter saws everywhere. Well, drop saw. Angus said drop saw, and I've definitely heard drop saw before. SCMS sliding compound miter saw. Sliding compound miter saw. Yeah, right. I'm good with hanging out. Awesome, Mike. I think it depends on what the saw does. I have a compounding miter saw that the angle changes to a typical drop saw. Right, okay. Big announcement. Yes, thank you, Angus. Thank you. You said you wanted us to hang around for a big announcement. That's what everyone is hanging around for. Gotcha. So, is it the baseball project? That's the Bosch Glide. Yes, the Bosch Glide is what I want to get, Ben. That is what I want to get. Is it the baseball project? Mike, it is not the baseball project. I have not made any progress on that since moving into this shop. Definitely still there. I bought a bucket of like league issue American baseballs. I've got them there. There's still a few little things I need to figure out. The main one is I wanted a specific resin sponsor for that build because I don't know how it's going to go, and I possibly will need a lot of resin. And I need to find the right resin. I think Health of Mind Art may be the right resin to use. but the project is just too big to put in a pressure pot. So I just really need to make sure I got the right resin for that. But no, it's not that. Right, this might not be big news for you guys, but it's huge for me. So since I started this channel, you go back to day one, the very first video I put out, my intro, right, has always been the same. The same music has always been with my channel. It's been associated with my channel. That music was license free, like royalty free, that sort of stuff. And I don't believe that I will have an issue going forward with it. However, in the last 6 months, I've had, I would say, about 20 copyright, not infringements, but warnings on my content, because all of the royalty-free music that I have used over the past 3 years is starting to not be royalty-free anymore. And what happens on YouTube, apparently, when you put all that effort into building and filming and editing a project, none of that matters, because the person who makes the music is the person who can monetize the video. So basically, I've had 20 videos over the last 6 months that YouTube tell me I can no longer monetize them because the music belongs to someone else and they will now get the monetization from the video, which really annoys me because they made one song and put it up. But anyway, it is what it is. So I had this massive stroke of fear enter my body when I sort of thought that over the last 3 years I've done 114 projects, and there's a few other videos that my intro music is used in. And I was like, shit, if that particular song no longer is royalty free, I'm in a world of hurt. So I've completely rebuilt the intro, and it's got a new song. As I said, it might not be big for you, but it is huge for me, massive, because to me, it feels like I'm completely changing the essence of my channel. That song can come on and like my son will instantly know that song. He doesn't watch my YouTube videos, but he will know that song. And I've seen it used in other videos and I'm like, whoa, that's weird because that's my song. Like, it's been affiliated with my channel for 3-4 years now, and it's changing. And I was going to share it with you guys, so I will just sort of adjust the camera onto my screen here. I showed my Patreons, got their opinion. I think they were happy. I've had, oh, Kyla, that's pretty much how I felt, mate. That's pretty much how I felt. It was a massive decision. I didn't want to do it. The same as when my daughter was born. I didn't want to rebrand the channel name and change the channel name. But I don't want, at the end of the day, I want to do this full time eventually. And I need to be sure that I put a lot of time and effort into my videos, especially now where a lot of my editing is done in beat with the music. So for me to then have to change that music in a year's time or something, it's just not going to fly. It's not going to be possible. So not with keeping those, because that's another thing. If you take it off YouTube, re-edit it and put it back, you lose all your view counts and everything like that. It all gets reset. You can edit it in YouTube, but you can't do any cutting. You can just take the music out and put a new song in, which isn't going to work now for me when I cut to the music. All of my old stuff that I'm getting the copyright infringements on, I have managed to take the music out and put a different song in. But that's because back then I edited like a dick. I've had over a dozen of those hits from royalty-free music from before I moved to using YouTube's music. Exactly, Mike. That's exactly what's happening to me. So that's what I've done. I've redesigned the intro. I've completely refashioned it. So no one really actually picked up, but my intro, with each transition, it leaves a letter in the middle and those letters spell out J&D Creations. So I spent a very, very long time building that from scratch. But I've completely scrapped that now. It's totally new intro, totally new music, and it's from YouTube Studio. So it should be royalty free forever. So I should not have an issue with it. What I have also done to is go through and I guess legally download not the license, but the song that I use in my intro again, just to make sure that there's like a record there that I actually have this song I've used it. I've also gone through my last I don't even know, my last few, maybe 30 videos, and I've changed. So I always credited the music, but the credit was a little bit wrong from the site I got it from. So I dug back to the original site who released the song and took all the credit information from them that they say you need to share in order for it to remain like license free. And I've updated that in a bunch of my videos. So fingers crossed it won't be an issue, but moving forward, moving forward, I don't want to have to worry about that. So I only use music now from YouTube Studio. I'm not at a point where I think like Artlist.io or anything like that's worth it for me, like the subscription-based stuff. But yep, Our Kids Know Your Song Too. Exactly, Kyle. That's what I'm like. People know it. When Hunter found it on Free Music site, he was very confused. So let me bring this up. If I minimize YouTube. I might have moved it off. I think I did actually. I moved it and put it on my hard drive. Let me check the bin here and see. That might be it there. I'll restore it from the trash can. No, because that's not the newest one, I don't think. Let me have a look at this one. Yeah, it's this one here, I think. So, completely rebuilt, completely different. Let's see what you guys think. Open that, get that full screen. Bring you guys around here. I've also reduced the time. So before it was like, I don't know, like a 20-30 second intro. It's now like a 14-second. So put the volume up. I want your honest feedback on this, guys. So take a minute, have a swig of your beer, and then just focus attention here for me. All right? If nothing else, just do this for me. And honest opinion, tell me what you think, because I haven't introduced it into any videos yet. So here we go. That's it. I'll do it one more time. All right, so that 14-second clip is my massive news, and it is huge. For me, it feels like a massive, massive change to my channel. So it feels huge. So hopefully, yeah, I want your honest feedback. Give me honest feedback in the comments here. Tell me what you think of it. I've changed it. I've been using a lot of rock music in my videos for at least a year now. So I've changed it to more of a rock sort of theme in there. I was going to ask if it was still really long. Yes. Yeah, my last intro was really long, and that was mainly to fit the J&D creations and because I wanted to put a taste of all the projects in there. But no, I've kept it short now, 14. It was originally 12 seconds. I added 2 seconds to it because with the first one, it cut to the J&D logo at the end and then pretty much disappeared before you even registered the logo was there. And I definitely want the logo to be recognizable. So I extended that by 2 seconds. And with the music I added in, you sort of get that drum like, and then the cymbal, I don't know what, the hi-hat, whatever it is, crash. And then that, I think that'll help for editing. So I can either phase that out or that can run into the next beat. I think that's, yeah, going to be the best way to have the cut, just for editing reasons. So short, sharp, to the point, as Ben said. Thought I'd throw a few words in there too and just try and, I don't know, feel like I level it up a bit, you know what I mean? I like it. Awesome. Stanifer, thank you. Intro is amazing. The cryptic font is a tiny bit hard to read. Overall, love it. All right, I will have a look into that. I've got, I did manage to download some like Viking style fonts, and they are, I guess, a bit cryptic. So, but if you're going to be seeing them every video, perhaps it gives you something new to sort of figure out each time. Ends a bit abruptly, but other than that, I like it. Good font choice. Yeah, so Mike, with the ending, I had the editing in mind, right? So it ends on that hi-hat clap. So with that, I can pretty much edit that into any song, because most of these rock songs on YouTube Studio will start off fairly quiet and then there'll be a big bang and it'll like kick off. So my thought process on having that and then the hi-hat hit was I should be able to blend that with a different track at that point where the other track escalates. Also, if I do it so that the intro is first and then it goes into me talking, I can fade it out from when that logo comes on. So by the time it gets to the bottom, it'll just gradually fade out nicely and you won't even hear that hi-hat clap. It'll just be a nice fade out. That was my thinking, because I had to put thought into that for the editing process. Whereas with my last intro, I didn't really, because I wasn't at that point in my editing where I sort of gave it that forethought. It's a big change. Changes are good though. Yes, it feels like an absolutely massive change, because I feel like that song is associated with my channel. So, but it was a hard decision, but I had to give it a crack, I think. Yes, I like the font's awesome. How do I send you this Photoshop mock-up? It's rough, but hey, I invested a massive 5 minutes. Flicker through email, man. jndcreations@outlook.com.au. Is it in like a Photoshop file though, or is it just like a PDF that I can open? But yeah, email it through to me if it's small enough to email. I'm not sure, let me know. I'm heading off. I'll tune in next time. Angus, thanks, man. If you get time, check out that the Valhalla Axes video and let me know what you think. We'll see you next fortnight, dude. We'll be back at this next fortnight, same time. We might have to do an inside. We haven't done an inside live for a while in the studio that I was trying to set up to do podcasting and just have not had the time to keep going yet. Yeah, can't really totally tell how it'll go until after you hear it with a transition into a vid. Yeah, I know it could not work at all. It could be very harsh. I'm not sure yet, Mike. We'll have to see how it happens. Just an image. Yeah, man, just email it through to me, or you can flick it through on socials as well if you want. Instagram, Facebook, @JNDCreations18 is my tag. Send them through there, man, if that's easier than email. Definitely. But yeah, so I'm really keen to get rid of this workbench, open up some more space, and just get the ball moving. I'm spewing like I only get 2 days, and I spend most of this day doing this live, setting up for this live. So after we finish up here, I'll get a couple of hours of stuff in. But yeah, I'm going to have to pour that resin, I think. I'll have to make a start on that so that it's good to go by tomorrow. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like we have covered a lot though, haven't we, in this live? I felt like we had a lot to go through. So I am keen to try out those tools though. I almost want to just shoot a few nails into some random stuff just to see how it works. And crack out that sander and see how that goes. I have confidence in you to be able to make it work. It'll be weird for the first few, but you'll get used to it. Yeah, I think it will be a big change. So I was actually thinking I might post a bit of a channel update video as well. Include it in that, and also cover some of the shop changes that I'm doing. So what sort of to expect video wise. I'm going to be covering a few of them. I'll probably do that sharpening cart as a video. I'm excited to see your mallets. Yeah, so am I, man. I don't know, is there a hashtag? I'm sure there's a hashtag for it. Like, have people already started posting their mallets? I want to see what's sort of going on, because I've got this idea that's inspired by Blacktail Studios. So, but it's a bit of a modification on what he did. So I want to see if anyone's done anything like it yet. Sent it to you in email. Awesome. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate that, mate. I will check it out after the live. How far into the future do you plan your videos? That varies. The family wasn't home before, but I think they may be home now. It's either that or the neighbors. That varies, man. It depends on what the video is, really. For my first year, I had my videos planned about 3 months in advance in my first year. And then the second year, my production dropped off, like my production schedule slowed down. But I still think I was about 3 months ahead, but that was like half the content. And to be honest, I've got a lot of ideas, but at the moment, I haven't got a schedule at all. I really want to build this cart like ASAP, but then the mallet challenge is on, and I know I've got to get a video done for that. So that will be the next video. And then the cart, and that's sort of all the plan I've got at the moment. Plenty of ideas, like as Mike mentioned before, the baseball project and that. So there's plenty of things to get done, but when they're actually going to be executed hasn't been decided yet. I've seen a dozen or so mallets in the challenge so far. Custom grit mallet challenge. All right, I will have to have a look at that hashtag once we're done. Seen a dozen already, but see, I actually feel disadvantaged straight away because Mike's a bloody judge. I feel like this isn't fair. I feel like I need a different judge. I feel like I need to replace Mike for my judging panel. Oh man, that's what I was looking at. Oh, Justin, were you looking at Blacktail Studios mallet? Yeah, so I was going to go down that path, but modified a little bit. So not exactly the same as his, but similar theory. So that's what I'm sort of thinking. The only thing putting me off is sanding the damn thing. But, oh well, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I know there's going to be a bunch of people criticizing it because I've got some hesitations about it. But I even tried it out before, like with a chisel. And yeah, a couple of little modifications I think are going to make a big difference. And at the end of the day, well, if Mike's judging, I'm not going to win anyway. But it'll give me a handy little mallet that I think will be useful. So, plus I think it'll look super cool with the inclusion of the timber I'm using and a bit of resin and that sort of thing. So, should be a fun build. It's just a matter, especially using the resin, it's a matter of time constraint. So hoping that I can pour it today and that it's been super cold here. So I don't know if it'll even be set by tomorrow. So if it's not set by tomorrow, I'll have to make a start on this project because I think we've got until, Kyla, when's the final entry due by? I feel like it's August sometime. So I've got a little bit of time still. I'm going to do a video of my judging so everyone knows my criteria and thought process. Yeah, still don't trust you, Mike. I still feel like it's going to change. You're going to get to mine and just be like, nah. Yeah, man, saw it ages ago, but I have a few other ideas as well, so we'll see. Justin, it'll be interesting to see if me and you end up with this, like a very similar mallet without sharing what variations we're making. Because like there's an instant first thing that I would do just off his design that I'm going to do on mine. Like just an instant first thing that like it didn't, without even thinking about it, it just came to me straight away. So be interesting to see what we come up with if we're both basing off that idea, mate. It's August, can't remember the exact date. Yeah, cool. So if the resin doesn't cure in time, I do still have a bit of time. What are we? We're at June, so it'll be the start of July because I only get 2 days a fortnight. Well, 1 day a fortnight, really. Because if I'm filming something, I don't tend to shoot it on my live day because we spend so long doing the lives. So I think it's 7th or something, 5th. Yeah, okay, so start of August. So I've got a month, basically. I can't vote for someone who clearly uses beard products. You know what, Mike? I might finish the mallet with beard products, mate, just for you. Nice layer of oil on there, some butter, just to, you know, get those waxes in there, make it nice and water resistant. Winners announced on the 12th. Okay. All right, so we've got till the 5th, which basically I fly back home once I leave this swing. So if I don't get it done this swing, I'm back on the 7th. It's my son's birthday, that swing, so I don't know if I'll have much. Oh, that's a point. We might not be doing a live next Saturday. I might have to move next live because I believe the Saturday is the 9th, isn't it? Let me have a look here. Yes, so next live I would be doing in a fortnight is the 9th, but that is my boy's party. So I won't be able to do that. So perhaps I will look into it. Keep posted on Facebook and Instagram. I might move it to the Friday. Possibly, or we might skip out on the live next fortnight and have to push it back. So it might be 4 weeks then, because his party's there, so I won't be able to do it then. Damn, I don't have much time between end of contest and winner announcement to make a video. No, Mike, you got to get your shit together, man. You're a judge. You got to get onto this stuff. So yeah, so that'll be interesting then, because if I won't be able to do it that swing either, then that actually only gives me, so if I don't get it done this swing, I've only really got 2 days to get it done at the end of July to have it in time, because I fly home then on the 4th and competition finishes on the 5th. So this could be a tight challenge, especially because I've got to fill these holes with resin. So the worst thing that's going to happen, and I feel like it's going to happen, is I'm going to fill these up and then I'm going to resaw this piece, and there's always little bits that the resin doesn't get to. So then I'm going to have to do a second fill. So maybe I resaw it first and fill it as 2 separate pieces to hopefully reduce the chances of that happening. That's what I might do. That's what I'll do this afternoon, actually, I think. Definitely get that sorted. We'll get it started. Because if I can't finish it tomorrow, I need to have everything prepped and ready to just jump into it. All right. Well, I'm glad I figured that out, because I would have been sitting here saying, yep, see you in a fortnight. But that won't be happening this round, unfortunately. I don't know if you guys can see, I've got my lovely custom creations shirt on. Hashtag custom grit on the back. It's a beast, this shirt. It's great for winter. Like, it is a bit big for me. It is a bit big for me, but it's like comfy as to wear. So it's good. It's good. Right, so we've covered the intro. We've covered everything that we bought. Filled you guys in on the TV update. I've got to put the fans in, I've got to put handles on it, and I've got to put feet on it, and then my side of that's pretty much done. So that'll be completed. I've got some sets of coasters over there I need to finish up, but that definitely won't be happening today or this swing at all. I'm working on this lathe board up here, which has come along pretty cool. Shout out to Daryl from Dreadnought Woodshop, because I stole his idea for holding the jaws. I don't know if you guys can see actually looking at the screen, because the light above it is quite bright. But yeah, stole his idea for storing the jaws. I've got the chucks held up in a similar fashion to what he did. So yeah, that's coming along pretty well. I was thinking about putting my chisels up there too, but I don't think I'm going to go down that path now. As much as I want to fill it in, I think I'm just going to slowly, you know, as I gain extra pieces for the lathe, I've got space to then add them to. So great shirt if I do say so myself. Yes, Kylo, it certainly is. it's big for you. Where did he find a 9X shirt? No, so this one's a 5X, man. So this particular brand, like 4X fits me decently. So, but this is comfy as, like it is nice. Comfy as. All right, BRB, got to carry some bookcases. Chili, I didn't even know you were here, man. Like, you keep saying BRB. I didn't even know you come back from last time. I thought you were going to have a sale or something today. Mate, if anyone is here who wants to buy stuff, I am more than happy to negotiate a discount code for any of those pieces in that photo. All of you guys are pretty much here every week, so I didn't assume you came for the discount. But no, I'm dead set. Ringob20, hi from Tassie. How you doing, mate? Tassie, you lucky bugger. I really, really want to get to Tassie next winter. I am aiming to get to Tasmania next winter. Really want to get over there. But yeah, man, I'm more than happy to move those pieces on at a discounted rate. If anyone wants to buy any of those pieces, let me know here and then flick me a message and I will literally discuss a discount with you because I need to move them on. They're taking up, that's my spare room that they're in. And they're taking up the bed and I need to move them on. I need to get some more funds in to get the Bosch glide saw and to buy the plywood to make these carts and to buy some more cupboards. So I need to move this stuff on. I'm going to be making some for the website soon, limited sizes and limited amounts. Going to be making some for the website. Is that shirts, Kyla, for the website? Did Scott show you that video I sent him? Oh, message retracted. I was going to buy one a while ago, but couldn't justify the shipping. Yes, Mike. Yeah, that was killer, that shipping. I think I think that blue one sold possibly. But yeah, that's the problem, man. Shipping, even around Australia, some of those pieces cost me like in excess of $30 to ship. And there's some that I'm not even game to take down there to ask shipping costs because it's just mental. Kyla, did Scott show you? Yeah, right. So that was for Kyla. I was going to say, no, Scott didn't show me any videos, man. Shirts, awesome. Yeah, wicked. But yeah, shipping just kills it, especially because they're so heavy. That's a big issue too. So I've got this, I've got a few resin casted pieces laying around. I think I need to start figuring out what the hell to do with them. There's one over there that I used like a whole bottle of Starbond to stabilize because it just had some real punky bits in it. Why the Bosch glide saw and not the Festool? I don't know how much the Festool is. I haven't looked into the Festool, but it doesn't have a glide system on it, does it? And I don't like the positioning of the handle on the Capex. So positioning's like that. So I just feel like it's an awkward spot to put your wrist. You got to sort of like bend it down, but it's like a gun trigger, hold it straight. Whereas with your other ones, it's way more comfortable like that, rather than that sort of position. But I haven't looked into the Capex, whatever it's called, at all. Does it have a slide system on it? The Bosch glide saw is nice though. Carbatec did sell them years ago. I want the glide predominantly so that it can be flush up against the wall. That's the main thing. So I don't have all this wasted space where the rails run. That's the main reason. It's all about space preservation. So right now I've got 300 to 400 mil behind my miter saw that I have to keep, the whole thing out. So I want to build a miter station up flush against the wall and be able to have the saw as close to that wall as possible. I'm making shirts soon, going to screen print them myself. I brought a 4 or 5X for you to buy. What brand shirt, Mike? Is it AS Color? Because if they're AS Color, then I will definitely be interested, mate. The Festool handle is funky. The glide is an amazing saw. Yeah, man, the handle, like I just feel like it would be super uncomfortable, especially if you had it at a decent height. Like just that position just feels so uncomfortable in there. So that's the main reason I've never even looked into the Festool one. And I would love to be a Festool woodworker, but I'm not there yet. Like, I feel like a bit of a fraud having a Festool vacuum because I got that second hand. So it wasn't even affordable. Like, it was still expensive but yeah, like if I could buy all Festool, then I probably would go with that. But the Capex can go against the wall. The rails are in front. Ah, that's right. Yeah, the rails come out the front. Yes, I have seen them in Carbatec. I have seen them. But I haven't looked into their features, in all honesty. I like the look of the glide system on the Bosch. I'm not particularly sold on that handle at all on the Festool, and I think that's what pushes it over the edge for me, that I sort of wouldn't go down that route. What do they retail for, though, as well? I'm kicking myself because I missed out on a Bosch Glide the other day on Buy Swap Sell. He had it relatively cheap, and I tried to bargain. Probably shouldn't have done that because I ended up losing it. Someone paid full asking price. So the Glide Rocks made room in my shop for floor-mounted disc and belt sander. Yes, and like that's another thing I've got to get is like a decent disc and belt sander. It's another thing on my list. I've had this one for years. I had that when I first started, but it bottoms out. Like the motor's just not strong enough. So that's another thing I want to get. But it's mainly the storage because I'm in a garage. I don't know if you'll be able to. Yeah, you can sort of see. So there's like columns. There's one there, one there. There's none on that wall, but even behind me over here. But there's columns that stick out. So by having it, I want to have it in the same position and have the saw up against the wall in that little divot, but build the cabinet out so that it comes out in front of those columns, but probably only by maybe 200 or 300 mil. And then just have it all flush up against the wall, move all that timber that's back behind me here when I sort all that out. And that's going to give me close to another 0.5 meter of space over there, it's huge, like it's massive. So, and I'll potentially even play, I've got like this baby spindle molder router jet thing here. I'll potentially look at trying to build that into that outfeed, not outfeed table, but the station as well, if I can figure out sort of how to do that. So I'm going to incorporate the glide feature from the Bosch into a future project. I just don't know what the project is yet. 1380 for the Capex. Yeah, see, it's even more like, I'm sure I looked at the Bosch Glide the other day and it was 1,200 bucks. So you're paying even more for the Capex, and it's just an awkward handle. Awkward handle. Not for me, I don't think. All right, guys, I'm going to have one more beer with you and then call it a day. So if you've got any pressing questions or anything you want to talk about, let's hear them now. I will go and fetch my beer and then we can discuss. All right. All right. Oh, a few. Oh no, I just missed that one before. Hand position is important. Carbatec belt disc sander coming soon. 6-inch belt, 12-inch disc, new model. Yeah, right. What have they got at the moment? Don't they have a 9-inch? Oh, is it 9 and 6-inch at the moment? So this one's bigger, eh? 12 and 6-inch. For the 60, the 120 is 2150. What's the difference between the 60 and the 120? The box video for Justin. Nah, ask him to show you. You just sneaking in. Do you have a beer fridge in the new workshop? No, I do not have a beer fridge in here. You ever talk about your merch, people, about the quality control in the beer koozies? Also, where's our card trick? No, I actually didn't talk to them. I completely forgot about that, mate. My merch, like sales, literally were like, and then just, boss, gone. I have not had any at all, so I haven't spoken to them. So didn't win, yeah, so what is ready if you 8-inch and 12-inch, yeah, nice. 6x9 at the moment, new bottle replacing older. Well, I'll definitely hold out for that then, man. Definitely hold out and see what the price tag is on the new one. I didn't rehearse a card trick, mate. I did not rehearse a card trick at all. Trying to think what... I don't even know where a deck of cards is, actually. Like a usable deck. I've got display decks, but I'm trying to keep it workshop relevant. So what can I use in here? You just have to bear with me while I have a think. 60, 305 by 60, 305 by 88. Ah, cut capacity. Right, okay. Bloody hell. So you look at 2150. Wow. That's mental, man. That is mental. I would absolutely love to get a domino, but again, I just can't justify the price. It's such a controversial tool, isn't it? Such a controversial tool. When's the full magic video getting released on YouTube? Well, speaking of like monetization and that, I would probably actually have some issues, I think, because there's music in it that like in the background at parties and stuff. So I don't know if I would even be able, well, I suppose I could put it up. I just wouldn't be able to monetize it. I don't know when I'm going to release that full version. It's not really relevant to the channel, so I haven't figured how to work it in yet. Have not figured how to work it in yet. Trying to think what I can do with some tools in here. Can you magic a bowl gouge through your bicep or something? No, but I did used to do a trick. It was a needle. I had like, I don't know, what would you call that? Like a foot-long needle, I guess. Close to 300 mil. And I used to put it straight like through my forearm, and that used to trip people right out. There was blood and shit everywhere in that demonstration as well. So yeah, that was one I did for quite a while. It's touch and go with that sort of magic, because some people just get full freaked out and then don't want anything to do with you, and other people love it. So it's all about leaving that imprint. Where's your live stream magic show you promised? I never promised a show. I think we discussed one trick. I thought you were gone, Chili, anyway. I thought you were BRB, mate. Oh, God. it's really hard because none of you guys are actually here to pick a card, so you can't really do like any mentalism type of stuff. Let's see. Give me a sec. I'll see what I've got around the shop that we can make it work. Make something work anyway. I'm not sure if these will. They might. This might work, but I've got to give you forewarning that I have not done this demonstration in a very long time. Let me tilt this down, but I've got to wait until my my laptop catches up so that I can see what she's actually looking at. I think I'll be pretty close there, but these are just runes that I've casted, by the way, just resin. Both of them. Viking runes there. Right. I normally would do this demonstration with borrowed coins. So I don't know if you're going to be able to pick up how this is going to work because they're a lot thicker and I haven't done this in a long time. But basically how this demonstration is how everything is made of molecules, right? So we've got, it's still the same one for those of you that reckon I knocked it off the table to switch it. Still the same, no extras, right? So I've got a solid piece of timber and solid resin. And it's all about adjusting molecules. So you put one in each hand just like that, right? And you pick one up and you go under the table and you find the soft spot and you push it straight through like that. Who knows how that was done? Let's see. Let's see what she's got. Oh, I just missed. I'm going to watch the playback myself, actually. I'm going to rewind that slightly so I can actually see what it looked like. So just bear with me because I'm going to watch it and see if I can see what I did. Because they're a lot bigger than coins. So coins are a lot smaller and a lot heavier. All right. Bloody hell. I talk too much, don't I? I still haven't got to it yet. I rewound a little bit, but still haven't got to it. This is a very simple one. This demonstration, normally if I did a gig, this is what the one thing, yeah, I saw it, so I'm sure you guys probably saw it. I saw what happened there. But that is what I would teach, actually, at the end. Right, what have we got here? That's it, I'm doing a card trick on my live show. Oh, Mike, you're going to pull out the card tricks, mate. Obviously, fake runes, setter. Holy. No, they're not fake. They're not fake. I know, but I know. You know how that was done, Mike? All right, all right. You have 3 of them. No Stanover. Definitely not 3. Just the 2. Just the 2. Clever video editing. Well, it's a live stream, so I definitely have access, Mike. I've got heaps of these, but not here. Clever video editing. It would be very clever because it was a fucking live stream. But no, that trick is very powerful with 20-cent pieces are the best ones to do it with. And doing it through the table first works a charm, and then I'll normally do it a second time through the spectator's hand, which always seems to like trip people right out, sends them right over the edge. So, and then when I explain how it's done, it wrecks it. They love that they've learnt it, but they've learnt it, so it takes the magic away. But it's such an easy thing to do, to execute. Well, it is easy, but it takes practice. That you get hounded when you do this sort of stuff. Teach me, teach me, teach me. So it's like a little bit that you can give away that's all right. You know, you can comfortably give it away. But I have to bolt. I will sign up to your Patreon to get into your... Oh, Ben, appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you on the next one, man. Keep posted on Instagram and Facebook. Because as I said, it's not going to be the 9th. Because that's my boy's birthday party. But thanks, man. I appreciate that. So, Mike, let's review it. Come on, Mike. How's it done? I want to see if you do know, mate. I want to see if you do know, or if you're just being that like, yeah, I know how you did that. So I've had a lot of people like that as well over the years. Lots of people like that as well. I don't know where a deck of cards is. Doing card tricks to a camera is hard because you don't have someone to pick the card, you know? So I definitely saw what happened though, watching that footage. And that's the one thing that I regret about doing magic. I went to a magic show years and years ago. Some really good magicians. I think they won Australia's Got Talent. I love the show, but there wasn't a single trick they did that I didn't catch how they did it. And the person I went with was blown away. Like, they were like, wow, like they were amazed by it. So it was clearly just because I had an idea of technique that I picked everything they did. So yeah, but I enjoy teaching it too. So I teach how many, I think in my DVD that I released, I taught 3 tricks at the end, how to do them. I think it was just a quick move of the piece to your other hand before you went under the table with an empty hand. Imagine having the magic to edit it live as it happens. Yeah, Mike, so you pretty much bang on, man. Absolutely bang on. That's exactly how it was done. And I'm sure you'll be able to see it in the playback. These are a lot bigger, as I said, a lot thicker and not as much weight. So a 20-cent piece, just tell us what our card is. Your card is the Ace of Spades. But yeah, a 20-cent piece is perfect. So that's exactly how it happened. When you do the hand flip, you just throw one over and then you pick nothing up. But the positioning is important. So when you flick this hand, you put it up here so that when you turn this, you can flick and it gives it speed as it comes over. And the 20-cent piece has just got enough, like the perfect weight to do that. This doesn't have much weight to it, so it's a lot slower, but that's the move. And then you do it fast and you barely see it. One big thing that a lot of people, when they're learning, is they do this. And that's what you got to do. You got to make sure that there's always a distance kept between your hands when you do it. But coins are best for that, especially borrowed coins, because if they're borrowed coins, they can't be rigged. So it eliminates that possibility. I like watching Penn and Teller fool us. Yes, that's an awesome show. That is one thing that, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get over to America before those guys retire, but I would absolutely love to see them. Absolutely love to. Chris Angel is another one that I really, really hope I can get over to America and see one of his live shows before he retires. Because he's a phenomenal magician. Phenomenal. But I've actually got a massive tattoo of him down the front of my leg. The highest levitation ever done in the history of magic is what's tattooed on the front of my leg. Absolutely phenomenal magician. But yeah, America's just so far away. It's so expensive to get there. And you just run the risk of being shot. So it's not as tempting to go anymore. When I was in Vegas, I wanted to see them, just didn't have a chance, unfortunately. Yeah, so I was originally going to go over for my 21st and do a road trip, because in Pennsylvania, I believe, there's a museum dedicated specifically to Harry Houdini. So I wanted to go and see that. And then, yeah, all down Vegas Strip, man, they've got Penn and Teller, Chris Angel. I'm sure there's plenty of others around. It would be really cool to see some of David Blaine's stuff as well. Although I feel like that's not really a show that you'd go to. He more hangs from, hangs from a building for 5 days. Why do you think you'll be shot? The media, mate, the media. It just seems like a very risky place. So, but no, I will get over there one day. One day. Cosentino is a good one to see for all you guys in Australia. If you have the chance to see Cosentino, I would highly, highly recommend seeing him live. Very, very good. He's actually the original inspiration that got me into magic before he was famous. I saw him, but yeah, really, really good magician. Propaganda, yes. Yes, it's just, yeah, well, I suppose that's all we really see on the news here is if someone gets shot, that's when they obviously write a story about it. Yes, they do things their own way, man, over there. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. I think we're very lucky to live in Australia, so very lucky. So, I'm interested to see what card trick you're going to pull out, Mike. It says us with more of the world's deadly snakes and spiders. Mate, I'll take snakes and spiders over guns any day. Any day. I've got a magician booked for the Buskers Festival I'm running on Sunday. That's wicked, man. That's awesome. Is it like an illusionist magician or like a kid's magician? That's a big difference. When I was over there, I left Vegas like 5 days before that country music shooting and was in the hotel next to the one I happened in. That's the sort of shit I'm talking about, Justin. That's what I'm talking about. That's actually what's the show I'm watching at the moment? Like Newsroom or something, I think it's called. And they've just touched on that incident. I remember when that happened. All right, so it is 1:30. I need to have some lunch and get some actual work done today. I've got to make a start on this mallet. I've got to get the resin. I've got to get it resawn and at least cast this resin today. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do any work on it. I really don't know what kind of magic he does. Going to find out. That's awesome, man. Get some clips on your phone and just flick them through on Instagram. I'd love to see some stuff. That is awesome. Did you see the card trick they did on The Big Bang Theory? Possibly, but I don't remember it. I'm not sure what happened. I used to know some really cool ones, man. It's definitely like you use it or you lose it, though. Like there's so many of them that I just religiously knew how to do that now I would probably have to do them a couple times to remember what happens. Will do. Yeah, man, I love watching magic. That would be awesome. I look forward to seeing it, man. Adjusting. I like your fancy new... What? I'm so confused, Chili. Hey? Oh, right, you're talking to Justin? All right, legends. Well, oh yeah, I'm totally going to screw up my trick on Monday's live show. It's a prank on shoulder, not actually a card trick. No, I don't remember that one, man. I'll have to try and refresh I'll have to look through some of my old content and like there's definitely some card tricks I like that are that ingrained in what I did, like some techniques that I definitely know that I would be like, I wouldn't even think about it, like it would just happen in my hands. So I'm confident about that, but there was one that was really, really cool that I loved doing because it incited such a ridiculous reaction in people. Because cards literally disappeared in people's hands. Like it was just a phenomenal effect, but I can't for the life of me remember all the steps. But it's in my DVD. I think it was the opening trick in my DVD. I used to really love it. It was an awesome trick to do. It was very, very hard to pull off though. Very hard. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I don't want to use it. Yeah, that's the issue with those difficult tricks. Like, all it takes is for you to mess up one particular thing in a demonstration, and your credibility is shot. Like, it's gone then. So when you're doing those tricks, those hard ones, there's a lot on the line. But yeah, when I see a clip of the card trick, I'll forward it to you. Yeah, man, definitely. Maybe I can do that. Maybe on when I get a chance next, I might go through and edit some of my old magic videos and post them up for you guys. Jax, tell Justin he has to use everything in that box. Why? What's he not using, Chili? You got to use everything, dude. They're tools. You got to use it all. You got to use it all. All right, guys. I am going to go and have something to eat and then get cracking on some work before the day totally escapes me. This has been awesome. I feel like we've had a very good chat. I will stay posted on Instagram and Facebook. Once I figure out what we're going to do about next fortnight's live, I will post up there about it. It will either be moving it to Friday or skipping it altogether. I would say those are probably the two options that I have for that week. And realistically, yeah, I don't know who's going to come on a Friday. Like, I'm assuming most of you guys will be at work and stuff on a Friday, so maybe we'll skip it. Unfortunately, I don't really want to do that because I have enjoyed having this routine with these lives. I feel like we've got a good crew rocking up each fortnight. I'll use it to mark out my mallet. Skip it to finish your mallet. Yes, well, I suppose that's another option there as well. But given that it's like my son's party and then his birthday, I don't know how much time I'm going to have in the shop next swing. But, all right, just stay tuned, all right? Stay tuned to Instagram. I'll let you guys know. But if we do skip it, it's not the end of the lives. Like, you know, in the old shop, if I skipped a live, it generally meant we were skipping a live for a long time. Going to keep the routine happening. But, yeah, I just might have to skip out on Friday night. Yeah, I suppose we could do Friday night possibly next week. Not next week, next fortnight. That could possibly work, like Friday evening. I actually wanted that marking kit, but you beat me. Yeah, maybe that's an option. I'll try and figure things out, guys, and I will let you know over on socials. And we can go from there. And if any of you guys have TikTok and you don't already follow me over there, please jump over and follow me because I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year. And it's a slow process. So, yeah. That would be awesome if you could jump over there. Anyway, legends, it has been fun. Some of us do a weekly live. Yes, but Mike, you work part-time, so you should be doing weekly lives, mate. I would if I could. If I could do content, if I could afford to do content full-time, I would most definitely be doing a weekly live. Most definitely. I finally get home and I've stopped driving and you're finishing. Yeah, sorry, Chili. It's not really panning out, is it, this Saturday session, mate? But I'll have to catch up with you at another time, Chili. But yeah, no, it's I'll figure out what's to go with next fortnight and let you know. And we'll go from there. And if I get to the point of doing content full time, it'll be a weekly live. I got number one. You did, man. That marking kit was sick, Justin. That was awesome, man. I'm just never seeing. Yeah, I know, Mike. I know. All right. Easy, guys. Until next time, enjoy. Stay safe. And we'll do this all again soon. Maybe not as soon as we should, but